Hello my friends, and a happy Tuesday Foods Day to you. It's not a thing yet, trying to make it a thing. Be on the lookout for that hashtag. Alright, so I'm making vlogs now. What's up guys? This is not exactly how I wanted my first food vlog to go, but what do I say now? Okay, so I guess today what we're going to be doing is talking about food. We're going to be talking about how to eat healthy and some ways to do that without actually realizing that you're eating healthy. So I put up a new blog, guys, and if you haven't read it yet, you totally should. It is on my website, Behind the Hannah Alley, and if you click on the link in my bio, you can read all about it. So these are tips that really helped me just kind of like kickstart my diet, and it's honestly not so much of a diet as just like a healthy lifestyle, but there are rules in general that kind of have helped me get or obtain the fitness goals that I want. So, yeah. So the first tip in my blog is never skip breakfast. And that's something that's a hard one for a lot of us because we're always running out the door. Crazy mornings, at least I am, because I press the snooze button as many times as I can. Actually, more than as many times as I can. And so yeah, sometimes breakfast doesn't always happen. So in my blog, I put some options for some fast, easy breakfasts. But today what we're gonna be doing is actually a breakfast recipe. And the reason that I wanna do this is because every breakfast food, like pretty much every breakfast food, has eggs in it. Burritos, you have Egg McMuffins, scrambled eggs, eggs over easy, eggs Benedict, even like pancakes and stuff have eggs in them. So if you're a vegan and you're transitioning, it actually can be really hard to find something to kind of supplement that, you know, that breakfast meal. And so I actually have a really, really yummy, awesome recipe that we're gonna do today that you guys are gonna see can be done in literally like 10 minutes and you will not even know it's vegan. It's gonna change your life. It's not like a quick, easy breakfast that like you would wanna do if you're like running late in the morning. So this is more for if you have some time to get out like a pan and cut some things up and get in the kitchen. But it's really yummy if you do take the time to do it, and I promise you like it'll make your diet game so much easier. So let's get started. What we are going to be making today is a vegan breakfast scrambler. So it's super easy and has a lot of really good nutrients and carbs and vitamins and everything you need for the day. Honestly, I think it's like the perfect meal for the mornings. So here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna wanna go to your local health food store because they're gonna have a better option for vegan alternatives. So I would really try to stay away from Walmart if you can. I know that that can be hard if you live in like a rural area, but if you do live in a rural area but you don't have access to health food stores, you can actually use Amazon, and there are plenty of alternatives on there and just groceries in general, and like they'll deliver fresh produce like to your house. So that's an option for people who don't have access to those health food stores. You can get some of these alternatives. So the first thing that we're gonna use is gonna be tofu, actually. I'm not sure if this brand or what this brand is because I've already used like 1/2 of it. So I'm really sorry that I can't tell you what the brand is, but it's basically just regular tofu. It's made from soybeans. It's actually a great source of protein. So yeah, it's just white tofu. It's firm because that's what works best for like this egg thing. Okay, so the next thing you're gonna wanna do is load up on your vegetables. So for me, spinach is a must because it's gonna have those antioxidants, your vitamins, and everyone knows spinach is good for you. So this is a scrambler, guys. So it kind of is just whatever you wanna make it. You know, some people don't like tomatoes or peppers or like different things. So you can put in it like what you want. The main thing is just getting those, that tofu and then adding some vegetables, and I'm gonna get to some other really important parts in a second. So I've got a tomato here, love tomatoes, gonna put that in there. this is gonna be lit. It's just a regular bell pepper. I always get the green ones because they're always cheaper and I'm poor. Okay, so I add sweet potatoes to mine. I just like cut them up, like dice them up, and just adds like a little bit of more dimension and some carbs in there. So there's that. Onion, mushrooms. Yeah, I typically buy the ones that aren't cut because those last longer. Let's save that for a second. An avocado, thanks. And then these two things are really exciting. I want to talk to you guys about them. So this is actually something I featured in my blog. It's called Dea, and it's a cheese alternative. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, so if I'm not, vegan friends, let me know so I can correct it. But yeah, so I've really just recently started getting into like the cheese alternatives. So this is actually only my third time buying a cheese alternative. And honestly, I like Deo a lot. It melts really well, and when it's mixed in with other things, you wouldn't know that it was vegan. So this is mozzarella style. They have cheddar style, pepper jack. I think there's even like Gouda and Swiss. They have in like slices. So it's really diverse. And honestly, like if you go, you can get Dea at Target actually. But if you go to like Whole Foods or Sprouts or Trader Joe's, you're gonna see a lot bigger selection of those vegan cheeses. Okay, so this is the last thing, and actually one of my neighbors told me about this, and I'm super excited to try it out. The one that she tried is actually, so what it is it's gonna be like vegan meat. It's like veggie ground vegan. You can look at it here. But the one that she was telling me about is called like soy rizo, and it's more like it looks like a sausage link, and you can just cut it up and put it into your breakfast foods, and it's like completely made out of soy. This one is actually made out of, oh my goodness, where are the ingredients? Yeah, so this one's soy protein as well. It's got some onions, canola oil, caramel, sea salt, and vitamin B12. Nice. So actually too, a tip, not just for transitioning vegans, but just in general is like, and this sounds like really like duh, but whenever you're like grocery shopping, read the ingredients on your pack. Like, don't focus so much on like the nutrition facts, really just like read the ingredients and see like what's in it. Like the second ingredient is sugar, like see ya, you know, stuff like that. And like you can also see like most things will say like contains milk, contains eggs, so you can know if it's vegan or not. But it's also just good to know, like, you know, if you can see like what you're eating and like what's actually in the food versus like all these words you can't pronounce. Those are typically things you want to stay away from, but you guys are smart cookies, you know that. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is you're going to want to get a pan. Any size. This is a good size. Doesn't really matter, just depending on how much food you're going to want to make. Get it ready, get it set up on your stove, and then just start cutting your vegetables. So I'm going to cut my tomato, my bell pepper, my onion, my potatoes, and my mushrooms, and I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, so all the veggies are cut. So in case you were wondering, I used 1 tomato, a little less than half an onion, probably a fourth of an onion, you can see right here. My cutting skills aren't great, guys, by the way, don't judge me. And then I also have like 4 mushrooms here, half a bell pepper, half of a sweet potato. Haven't cut the avocado yet, actually, because that's what I'm going to put on last. And I didn't mention this, but you're going to want to cook the sweet potato first. Just pop it in the microwave and just hit the potato button. Makes it a lot easier to cut into little dices. So let's get cooking. We are going to take these veggies, and then we're going to take a couple handfuls of spinach here. This actually isn't open. Probably should have done that before I started filming, but look how easy that was. Actually, that concerns me how easy that was. What if like someone could have like gotten in here at the store? Okay, whatever though. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to turn your stove on to like a medium low and put some olive oil in it. So I probably should make my camera. Alright, cool. So yeah, we're going to turn on this first stovetop to like medium or low. You're gonna take some olive oil, just sort of drizzle it in there. The first thing that I put in is the spinach, and you're gonna wanna put more than what you think, because when you cook spinach, it gets really small. So you can honestly like fill up this whole thing like this, and it's still, it's gonna be like no spinach. If you want, if you're fancy, you could put some extra olive oil on the top. And we're gonna let that kind of simmer for a second. Honestly, for the purposes of this video, I didn't do this, but what you can do and what I normally do is I just put the spinach on here while I'm cutting my vegetables, because it takes a little bit to cook. Now, if you do that, I would suggest putting it on low just so you give yourself some time to get everything ready. So, I'll be back once that's cooked. Alright guys, so the spinach is starting to cook, so what I'm going to do next is take these vegetables here and literally just scoop them in here onto the pan. This is another good time to add some olive oil, which just kind of helps everything go smoothly. And I want to show you guys, remember, look, when I showed you how much spinach was in it at the beginning, and like you can barely see any spinach in it now. Oops, got some on the counter. All right, so put it back on here. This is also when you're going to want to season your vegetables. This is actually a really important part because it makes them like yummy. So it's just like salt and pepper is good, garlic powder or garlic salt, and then if you want to do like Cajun seasoning or just like a mixed seasoning that has like a bunch of different things in it, you can do that. It's really up to you. So what I do is just salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And you don't want to get too crazy because like then it's not going to be like edible. Almost said eatable there, wow. So these are on medium right now. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Yeah, honestly the seasonings are what make it for me. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is add our eggs. So make sure you wash your hands before you do this part. But you're going to want to just take your tofu. I just take a whole, like, this block of it. Open it up. So, okay, so really you're just going to grab it and start just squeezing it. It looks so gross, but it's good. So start squeezing it and just put it on your scrambler. If you guys take a look here, you'll see like it actually does look like eggs. They're white, but it's gonna change in a second once we add some sauce and stuff to it. So let's mix this in there, keep it on like a medium high, and just make sure that you've got all the tofu mixed in there. It's making way more food than I thought, so I'm gonna have hella leftovers. What? Okay. I'm gonna add some more seasoning just because I added that tofu, and tofu can be kind of bland. So add a little bit more salt and pepper. Oh, that's the onion powder, or I mean garlic powder. Just a little dash. Okay, this is a new step for me because I haven't worked with this before, but here goes. If you want to add some sausage to your scrambler, I think this is going to be the way to do it. So I'm really just going to take some of this and squeeze it out into here. Looks just like sausage meat. Wow, this is so cool. This is going to be amazing. Yeah, I'm squeezing it into there because I don't really feel like cutting or doing anything else. Cool. I'm not really a meat person anyway, so I'm going to skimp on that a little bit. Okay, so mix this in. Dropped a piece. Oh my god, this looks amazing, guys. Seriously, what is happening? Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. All right, What are we doing next? Cheese. So things are getting hot in here. How are you guys doing? Are you guys bored yet? I'm sorry. Ooh, this feels so nice. Seriously, this is like, okay, this is like velvet. I'm like feeling up this cheese so hard right now, but it's very soft. I feel like it's gonna melt really well. I haven't had their mozzarella style yet. So I'm just gonna leave that for a second because I wanna see how that melts and I wanna be able to show you guys. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut my avocado just so it's ready to go. Probably just need half of one. You're supposed to, just so you guys know, pro tip, when you cut an avocado in half, you're supposed to save the side that has the pit in it because it will keep it fresher. So I'm not gonna use this side, I'm gonna use this side. I'm gonna cut it up and get it ready. I don't cook the avocado. I put it on the top so that it got like some different temperatures and textures to work with. It's nice because it's like a creamy texture, kind of like almost replaces like sour cream. But if you do want a different, like if you just like feel like you have to have the sour cream, or like you can also put salsa on there, if you feel like you have to have the sour cream, get a plain like yogurt alternative, like a cashew yogurt, or I think they have like almond, maybe coconut milk, but that might be a little sweeter than what you want. But just get like plain, original, don't get vanilla or like any other flavors, and that can act as your sour cream. I didn't do that today because this has a lot of textures and different things in it, and I thought I probably didn't need the sour cream. Yeah, so probably should use more than just half an avocado for like the whole skillet, but I'm just gonna use what I'm gonna eat for myself and top it so I don't waste the avocado, because that doesn't keep well. Alright guys, so I want you to take a look at this here. You can see this cheese melting on here. Hold on, let's see if this will focus. Yeah, there. Look at that beauty. And it's starting to melt, so I'm gonna start mixing it in. This next step is optional. I do this, and especially like when I wasn't adding the meat and cheese, I would do this just because it would make it more just like tasty. So I'll just like to add some different sauces. So my favorite ones that I use literally for everything, I use this Bangkok peanut sauce. I don't know, it doesn't have to be like this brand. I just like to do like peanut sauces and like curry kind of flavors. And then also a lot of times I'll do like a chili sauce is like a good different flavor. And then this, like just like green sriracha even. So I'm just gonna put some of this Bangkok sauce in it, just a little bit to give it some flavor. And then I'm going to make myself a serving. I'm just gonna get a little bowl and scoop some in here. Okay. So that made about 2 servings with everything I just did. 2 or 3 depending on how much you eat. So then I'm just gonna take these avocado, final step, almost final step actually, and put them on top, even though some of them just fell onto the counter. And then a little bit of green sauce. Top it off, guys. Right. So let me show you guys what this looks like. Basically it's yumminess, and I want to just take them, oh wait, you guys can't see, to look at how it kind of, if you liked this video, let me know. I'm so excited to start bringing more of these to you guys, and also to start writing blog posts for you guys. Be sure to check out my blog. Like I said, just click the link in my bio. It's the first one, and if you are looking for some more nutrition tips this summer and just better, easy ways to make your diet better, seriously read it, and I think it will change your life. So yeah guys, thanks so much for staying with me on this, and let me know if you try this at home and how you make it your own, and different variations of it, and send me your feedback and anything you guys want to see. Thanks a bunch, and again, happy Tuesday Foods Day.